Hello, everybody, and welcome to this next live stream in our series where we are working together to build uniquely positive digital experiences. Currently working on building those in Unreal Engine with C++. So let me get some things set up and we will get off on our way. I usually start these streams with some bookkeeping, and so I'm going to inform you of a few things. But then we'll get into it, and I hope you will stick around and join. And if you're watching this on the replay, I hope you'll stick around there and comment along and check out the next live stream. We do this every Wednesday and Saturday around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, actually at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for about 1 to 2 hours. So let me set up real quick. I have a little thing that I do usually. I put on music in the background so that if there's any lulls in my talking, which there isn't many, I keep this pretty talkative, this whole thing. But just in case, I want to keep it a little bit nice in the background. So let's put on this. All right. And bookkeeping things to take care of before we get into the live coding. So other things on this channel besides this twice weekly live stream, I also have two main things. One is exploring how to best balance a creative life, like as far as being a content creator or an artist, with a professional life, whether that be work or business or really anything, any combination of anything that you consider your real life, your day-to-day, things that you have to get done. Family time, for us it's travel. Speaking of travel, we also have on this channel a series called Driving Dreams. I've uploaded one video in that series so far because it's a brand new idea, but the idea is that we are going on an epic road trip, and we're going to take you all along with us from building the vehicle to the end of the road trip. And then from then on other road trips and in general, our travels across the world. So that being said, that's what else is on this channel besides this live stream, so that you're aware of how live coding fits in with everything else. This is one of my creative outlets, one of the things that I'm doing that I care about on the side of work and business and family time and travel. So I just want to mention also before we get into it that live chat is enabled. So if you have anything to say throughout this broadcast, go ahead and hit the chat. I would love to hear it. I want this to be as engaging as possible. The more chat that is going on, the more I feel in good company. And also it can help me, since I'm a beginner at development, at software engineering and game development, I'm envisioning a future where on this live stream, we have a bunch of people in here engaging in the chat and helping me out with things that I can't figure out myself. Also, if you are engaged in the chat, then you are a bigger part of the future of this project. So you have creative say. If you're engaging in the chat with me, I'll be talking along with you, and you'll feel, this is how I see it at least, that when there's a final product and we ship it and people are playing it, you'll feel like you contributed. So that's what I want to do for my community and for myself and for anyone who might play this game in the future. If you're watching on replay, comments are enabled. So you can't get the live chat because you're not here during the live stream, but comments work just as well. You can leave a comment. I'll see it whenever you comment. I'll get the notification on my phone. I'll take that into account for the next live stream and the future of this project. A few more things. I have a few things to say, and then we'll get into the live coding. So If you're new to this channel, make sure if you enjoy this live stream, stick around and check out our future live streams. If you don't enjoy this live stream, there's other things for you on the channel. Go check those out. And if you like what you see, consider hitting subscribe and turning on your notifications so that you're aware of whenever I upload or live stream. Hit that like button while you're at it, while you're here. If at any moment you have not hit that like button and you've joined this stream or the replay, if you hit that like button, the thumbs up button, it helps YouTube to know that this is something that it should show other people, and it really helps out the channel. Speaking of helping out the channel, super thanks is enabled. If that's enabled for you and something you feel comfortable doing, you can give a donation to the channel. It's basically you hit super thanks and it asks you how much you'd like to donate, and then you get some perks such as like highlighted comments and things. It's a great way to help the channel. It enables me to do more of this and be here and be justified in spending my time on this before a product is complete. Because I mean, that's one of the things about art, is that you're creating, hoping that in the future it might be self-sufficient. So that's what super thanks is for in this case. If it's not enabled for you, or if you don't feel comfortable, that's perfectly fine, but hit the thumbs up. And I have one last thing to say. My vision for this project, which is very important to know if you're joining me on this journey, and where we're at right now. So my vision for this project is that I want to create uniquely positive digital experiences. And what that'll look like at first is just a game or games, multiple video games, starting with one video game. Just a very basic thing so I can learn the process of creating a game, shipping a game, testing a game, and people playing the game and getting feedback on it. Down the road, I want to edit the game that based on feedback that I'm getting from the playing community, and then build future iterations of that game, future versions, and eventually have something that is more complete than just this basic thing we're working on right now. But all of that is to go into a grander idea. We'll get more into it as we go along, but it's like a world that you experience digitally, like the metaverse, though that word has a lot of negative connotations now with how it's being implemented by some of the big tech companies. But it's something like that. It's a digital world where you go in and it's not so much a game, but more a world of games that can be played. And my unique take on this is that I want it to be engaging and fun, but not addictive. Not a substitute for real life, but an addition to real life. Something that you can do and it'll make you want to live your real life even more, and more productively, and more positively, more contributively to society. I wanted this to be a positive thing. Where we're at right now is super early stages. We are literally setting up the work environment. And with that being said, let me pull up my screen for you all to see. And this is what I'm working with right now. So this is you'll see this throughout the stream. This is my back end of the stream where I'm doing my work. This is our best friend, Google, where I will be getting a lot of answers, as is pretty standard for game development or software engineering in general, especially for a newbie. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So I'm learning as we go, and hopefully this can help you learn too. So yeah, we have our Google up, our stream. This is where some of the magic happens. This is our IDE, our integrated development environment. And this is where we're working right now. And then back here is my notes. So these are the things you see on the screen. This is what I'll have up during this live stream. This is my notes, where I'm taking notes to remind me of what's going on in future streams, just to kind of keep organized. And this is where we're coding. So that being said, let's get into it. And first, let's touch base on what we were doing last time. So last time I was trying to configure the compiler to work on my computer, which is basically, in layman's terms, what that would mean is trying to get the thing that makes my code run and produce something to be seen and interacted with on the screen. I'm trying to get that compiler working on my computer, and this is proving to be a little challenge, but we're going to figure this out today, I do hope. So where we were at, it says error exists after running pre-launch task to build the active file. So it built pre-launch task. Okay, so that would be to actually run it. So yeah, it built it nicely, and it said built, and then I pressed run, and it says there are errors to be dealt with. And I tried debugging anyways and seeing if that would do anything, but it didn't. It gave a bunch more errors. So a little bit stuck. I'm going to be going to Google and figuring this out today, so that we can get on to really writing some more code besides our hello world file to get this set up. And let me put up a real quick banner. Subscribe to Aaron J. Kaplan on YouTube. And let's see, if you just joined the stream, this is for the people tuning in now, so they're aware of what's going on if they're just joining in. And let's get to it. Okay, so error exists after running pre-launch task to build the active file. I'm going to show errors. That's not something I did last time, actually. I looked through it manually without showing them. So I think I know what these errors are, but I don't know what they mean. We're going to be Googling this. Okay. Yeah, this is a problem that I've been having. I think it might be having to do with my work environment. Actually, I know it has something to do with it, especially since it says GCC. I'm going to look up what GCC is, because I don't think that's supposed to be on here. I think that might be, yeah, that's the default compiler. Okay, so yeah, it's working with the compiler that we already had on this computer. That's the problem. And because of that, it's expected semicolon at end of declaration, but the part it's pointing to is like right in the middle of a word, where it makes no sense to put a semicolon. So that's because of that compiler, I believe. All right, so how do I get a new compiler? I need the Clang compiler as the active compiler on this machine. So how do we get that going? Okay. Changing compiler, Visual Studio. Let's do that. You can set compiler options for each project in its Visual Studio property pages dialog box. In the left pane, select configuration properties, then choose the compiler option category. Okay. Left pane, select configuration properties. Let's see if I can find left pane. Configuration properties. Maybe just properties or configuration somewhere. Let's see. Where are we? Where are we, properties? I need to configure you. Add configuration, maybe? This might help. Maybe not, maybe. All right, let's see. C++. compiler option category. Yeah. I'm gonna click it. Well, I'm gonna scroll down. There's more. Okay. What is attached? Let's see. Attach C++. How can I change C++? Okay. So this is going to take a little bit of circular figuring, circular searching, but we're going to get it. Change the compiler path. Okay. How can I change the compiler? This is what I already looked at. Okay, what about this? I don't have Windows. Oh, that's not gonna work. But there might be an answer in there somewhere that I can infer. But let's try to find exactly what I'm looking for first. Here. Okay. Okay. Go test. Okay, so select the terminal. And let's find our terminal. First, I'm going to clear this terminal. Oh, add configuration. Oh, because that's where we were just now. Let's launch our terminal. New terminal. And Control-Shift-B on the main menu. I'm going to try it from here. No, yeah, doesn't do anything. On the main menu. Where is that? Let's go a different route. I don't know where the main menu that they're talking about is. Oh, run build task command. Oh, okay. I do know where that is. We discovered that last time. Okay, here. Add configuration. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is lining up, making sense. But we need to set the compiler to be Clang and not GCC. I'm just gonna click that, see what it does. Okay. Let's attach. And the program. Okay. I might have to enter the program name here where it says enter program name. For example, workspace folder. But I might not have to do that. That might just be, this is our launch file. So, okay, let's try it now, actually, before doing anything else. Let's try to run this. Run. Well, it's, how do we build again before running? Discovered this a while ago. Build and run. Run C++ project program Visual Studio from terminal. What we want to do. All right. Let's see if we can get something besides the video. There we go. Okay. Dot, backslash, or forward slash, whichever slash that is, file name. First compile it. Okay, first directory is some path. Okay, I think I can follow this. And again, live chat is enabled, so if I'm doing something wrong and you know what's going on, feel free to drop something in there and I'll see it, and that could help greatly. But let's see. Okay, we're in our hello world file. So that's the path. Endpoint, I don't know exactly what that would be called, but the path leads to this hello world file. That's where I want it to be. So we're there. Now compile. Type C++. Okay. C++ space. File name is hello world .cpp dash space dash, I think space, I hope space, we'll figure this out. O. Okay, and now space file name again. Let's see, does that do anything? Okay, well that did try to compile it. That's good. It did what it's supposed to, but I still have these errors. Same errors, I think. Yes, same errors. This semicolon is supposed to be instead of the I in extension. That's not right. So, I think it is using the GCC compiler, and that's our problem. Yeah, how do I turn off GCC compiler? That's what I want to do. Turn off GCC compiler. Visual Studio. That's close. Not just disabling the warning, I want a whole different compiler in there. So is GCC even a compiler? That's a good question that just came to my mind. Is GCC a compiler, or is it something else? Set of compilers and development tools available for. Okay, it's not exactly a compiler. It might be native or something to this Visual Studio that I have on this computer. And I don't know if turning off would be a good idea, just switching to something else, but we'll see. Let's go to this launch file. Let's try entering program name. Maybe. Or go back to add configuration. No, we already did that. Okay, good. Well, at least I got that. Y'all, I'm a little bit stuck. I had something in my notes though. Okay. Where we're at now. Installing VS Code and required extensions for your OS. Working on getting the compiler configured for my machine. Yep, so we're at the right place, but I am lost. Not lost, but stuck. Not stuck, but sticky. We'll figure this out. But how will we figure it out? Here's the question. Well, maybe we can just, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting, I was going to say maybe we could just put the semicolon where it says to put it, but that makes no sense. That's literally not going to be it, and I know it. That's one of the things that I absolutely know. And again, I copied this and pasted it. Here might be a need for semicolon. I don't think so, but let's just add one just in case. There's, guess it can't hurt. Let's try it again. Debug. Attach to process. Okay. What are we attaching again? C++, Clang. No. Is GCC here? Google Chrome Canary. Is that what GCC stands for? Maybe. Let's not attach something to the process. Let's not do that. Let's launch it how it says to build it. Build it how it says to build it. Here. I compile it at least. Let's try running and see what happens. / file name, which is hello world. / hello world. Yeah, this is our problem. I think that's because the compiler is not set up, but it says no such file or directory as hello world. But because I typed hell world, that would do it. Hello world. Still no such file or directory. That's got to be because the compiler is not set up. Makes sense to me, at least. So. Let's see. Go back to Google. Let's type in this error and make sure it's because the compiler is not set up. No such file or directory. Visual Studio C++. No such file or directory. If there. How do I fix no such file or directory in Visual Studio? Problems with header files? This is somebody's actual situation up there. It's not a generalized thing. Okay. There's no such file or directory because of the unavailability of build environments on the server. This might also be their situation, but let's read this. By default, the minimum CentOS Stream 8 server doesn't come with the build environments such as GCC, C++, and okay. So I have to add that. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that seems to be what the problem is. The compiler's not there, not built yet, or not configured for our machine. So we have to do that. Which brings us back to how in the world do we do that? Okay, this is how to compile it. Go back a step. How do I setting up Clang on Mac OS Visual Studio. Figure VS Code for Clang LLVM on Mac OS. And I've had this open. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So this is going to take us back to what we were working on last time. And it's a whole tutorial on configuring Visual Studio on Mac OS to use the Clang LLVM compiler and debugger, which is exactly what I want to do. It's just a complicated tutorial, and I'm not sure exactly which pieces to be using for my purposes, but we're going to do this together, this tutorial, because this is necessary to move on. So let's just do this. All right, after configuring it, we'll debug a simple program. Prerequisites: install Visual Studio, we have that. Install C++ extension for VS Code, we have that. Sure Clang is installed, it is. Create Hello World, we did that. Code command, this is what didn't work. Opens VS Code in the current working folder, which becomes your workspace. As you go through the tutorial, you will create 3 files in a VS Code folder in the workspace. Oh, well, I have those, and it did. I remember when that happened, but I don't think the code command worked. I think I might have done it another way. Maybe it worked. Let's move on a bit and maybe come back to this. So add hello world source code file. Did that. That's this. Now press save. Did that. And it is saved. And if you were here last stream, you might recognize this that's going on right now. This is what we did last time. Trying to find our place so that we can configure this compiler, the VS Code over here, so that we can write our code and run our code. All right. IntelliSense, yes, it works. We did that. Run hello world.c++, CPP. It's the active file. Did that, and you can see that over here in the terminal. If I clear it a bit, so it's not so confusing. See, hello world. That's the active file there. Press play button in top right corner of editor. Oh, yeah. So the reason that play button's not there, I think, is because we're on so there's Visual Studio Code, there's VS Code, and then there's also this that I'm using, which is VS Code, but it's like a advanced version. It's like the new version that is monitored by the VS Code developers constantly, so that they can fix and upgrade and advance their software. Signed up for that. I figured we'll get the latest and greatest and whatever, maybe, but at least we're helping. And I'm a big believer in open source and community contribution when it comes to software engineering and game development. So I did sign up for that. That's what we're working with. But let's see. So I don't have the play button. That was my point. We do have something we can use. We can find it. Not that. Wouldn't be that. Wouldn't be those. Maybe if I expand it. No, that's not it. We might just have to do it from terminal or up here. Oh, insiders. VS Code insiders is what I was talking about that we're using. Okay, but anyways, I don't see a play button up here, and that is maybe because it's the insiders version, or maybe this article I'm reading here is an old article, and maybe VS Code just doesn't have that play button over there anymore. A possibility. Well, let's find how to build and debug the active file, and then run it, even without that play button. Whatever we do, we have to find C++, Clang++, build and debug active file from the list detected compilers on your system. Yes, okay, so that's where we were last time, and we did have that. So you'll only be asked to choose a compiler the first time you run hello world.cpp, and it'll be set as the default. Unfortunately, I think I already did this, and I'm not sure. I might have done this in another Visual Studio build on this computer in the past. That might be an issue that we're having. But let's just try again, even though it says we'll only be asked to choose it the first time. Let's see if it asks us. So choose C++, build and debug active file. If we can find that. Don't remember exactly where it is, but we'll find it. I think it might be run build task or configure default build task. Let's check. Let's see that. Yes, there we go. Clang C++ build active file. It's already marked as okay, so that's already doing what it's supposed to do. Huh. Then why is it? Maybe my little diagnosis here was not accurate. That it's not. Problem is not that GCC is in that compiler situation here. Maybe it's supposed to be. Probably it's supposed to be, and see the Clang compiler is just part of that. But if that's the case, and that wasn't, and my diagnosis is wrong, then I need to re-diagnose here, right? If you have any ideas, everybody watching, if you have any ideas as to what might be the diagnosis of my problem here, feel free to drop it in the live chat. I'd love to see it. That would help. Could help. Especially if you know what you're doing. And if you don't, it might even help anyways. Because I don't really know what I'm doing either. Okay. After the build succeeds, but well, we do have our, it creates the tasks.json, and it did do that. It's over here. That stores build configurations, it says. So maybe this part's already done. It should look similar to this. We looked through that last time and saw that it does. That's good. What does this say? Run tasks, configure default build task. If we need to change the default compiler. But it's fine. Okay. Modifying it. So I'm going to do that right now. Debug. Oh, here we go. This might have our answer. Go back to hello-world.cpp so that it's the active file. Yeah. Hello-world.cpp. Oh, I don't think it's the active file, y'all. How do I make it the active file? Let's see. Change active file Visual Studio. Change active file Visual Studio. And it might be the active file. I'm not sure, because down here in the terminal, it does say that it is what we're working in. But up here, it should be italicized, I think. And tasks.json is italicized instead. So that could be the entire problem. How do I select an active file? Tools, options, projects, and solutions. Track active item in Solution Explorer. Active tab code. When using, that's on Windows. How do you switch between files? Yeah, probably. Okay, let's try this. Hold Control, press Tab to view a list of all files open in an editor group. So hold Control and press Tab. Okay, that did it. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Okay, hello world.c++. Did that solve our problem? No, it's still not the italicized file. Change active file. Visual Studio Mac OS. Why is... Oh gosh. Why is asks.json italicized? This might be a super basic question for some of y'all, but I'm whirling here, not knowing what's going on. This is why engineers and game devs get paid the big bucks, because it's confusing and it's a lot to learn. Also, it's a lot of work. Okay. Question. People also ask. Yeah, I figured this is too ridiculous of a question to ask and get a real answer. So let's ask a better question. Again, how to choose active file, Visual Studio. Actually, I think this is VS Code. Go in the command palette, reveal active file in sidebar. Yeah, I need to do that to see if hello world.cpp might even be the active file right now. I'm not sure. Open the command palette. Command Shift P. And type files. Okay. Command Shift P. Type files. Right. Reveal active file on the side. Okay. Is reveal? No. Nope, none of those. Type files. Reveal active file in sidebar. I'm supposed to type files, reveal active file in sidebar. Command Shift P. Files. Reveal active file in sidebar. Nothing. Maybe I can just double click it. I don't know. Yeah, this is somewhere in my courses that I was doing on C++. This is something that always went over my head, or well, something that I always kind of ignored, choosing the active file, and I wish I wouldn't have ignored it because it'll come in handy now. Oh, here's our play button. Mysterious play button has come up. Yeah, okay. They're still there. But, okay. Let's go back before I forget what we were doing. Okay. Debug. Let's just say it's the active file. Let's hope it is. Set a breakpoint by clicking on the editor margin or using F9 on the command line. I think I already did this. Yeah. Play button has two modes, run and debug. It will default to the last used mode. All right, well, let's continue on with our tutorial then. The drop down, okay. Yeah, I have the breakpoint set there, right? From the drop down next to the play button, select debug C++ file. Whoa, whoops. Debug. Choose Clang. Okay, but yeah, I did that. Okay. Play button has two modes. Explore the debugger. Before you start stepping through the code, let's take a moment to notice several changes in the user interface. The integrated terminal appears at the bottom of the source code editor. That's down here. Abort that. That's down here. That's our terminal. In the debug output tab, which is here, you see output that indicates the debugger is up and running. And I don't. Yeah, I don't. So maybe that's our problem. Open this back up. What was it again? Control C. Yeah. Okay. The editor highlights the first statement in the main method. This is a breakpoint that the C++ extension automatically sets for you. Highlights the first statement in the main method. But did it highlight it? Not yet. Oh yeah, well first let's do that again. Oh no, but it's giving us that error. This is debug anyways. See if it'll give us something now. Nah. So it didn't automatically set a breakpoint. This is the main method here. This is the first line, and you see it's supposed to have this highlighted breakpoint. Didn't. Editor highlights the first statement. Okay, whatever. The run and debug view on the left shows debugging information. It's over here. You'll see an example later in the tutorial. At the top of the source code, at the top of the code editor, a debugging control panel appears. You can move this around the screen by grabbing the dots on the left side. Where is that panel? Let's see it, guys. We're missing some things. Then we step through the code. But we're missing things that we have to have before we step through the code. For example, this. It's called the debugging control panel to step through the code. And I don't know where the debugging control panel is. Columns, output, nope. That again. Debug console, is that what I'm looking for? Doesn't actually look like that's right. So where is our debugging control panel? I can't find it. Should be up here, as you can see. Should look like this, I think. This. But it's not here. That might be because of the errors that happened when I built it. So you can't run it if it can't build. But I can't figure. So that's their. Okay, I'm gonna make a little note here. That's our problem. That's our problem area. We are stuck here. Stuck. Wait. Today's 3/18. 23. Stuck in. Stuck right at the point. No, stuck in. Let's see. Stuck. Project won't build. So I can't then debug. I can't, then work with the debugger in the compiler setup tutorial. Okay, and that's where we're stuck. Projects won't build. I can't then work with the debugger in the compiler setup tutorial. So then I definitely can't run the project. Okay, so this is exactly where we need to figure this out. But to figure that out, it's not here, it's a little back. And I need to figure out where though. And if I don't figure this out during this stream, this will be something that I do as homework, because this is something that could easily take 3 or 4 streams just to figure this one answer when it's really like a 10-second fix. So if I end up having to do this as homework, I'll let you know what I've found in the next stream, but we're going to try to figure it out here. Let's put as homework just in case so we don't forget. 3/18/23. Homework is figure out the problem as to why Errors when debugging hello world file. Hello world.cpp file. See coding notes for more. Okay. Just in case, that's where we get stuck. Okay, so I do think it's an active file because in the terminal it says we are says we're in that file. What's all this though? Oh, these are our errors and warnings. Yeah. Okay. Guys, I'm stuck. And if you feel like it while you're watching me stuck here, so it's a little more engaging for you, you're welcome to search on Google this same thing and hit me in the chat if you find anything. Yeah, y'all, this is going to be some homework because I'm really stuck. Hungry too, so my brain isn't working very well. I'm going to go eat dinner. But it's been a pleasure live streaming with you all. I look forward to the next stream every Wednesday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm doing this. So, yeah, we didn't get much done today, and I wish we would have, but it seems as if I'm stuck. I wrote what we're supposed to be accomplishing today in our, over here, coding notes and homework. I'm going to work on that in between now and the next live stream. But for now, I believe that is all we're going to get done today. So thank you so much for sticking around, and hit that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Check out our other videos. And see you, today is Saturday, so see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.